Hi, I'm Darnell Cox with Live Young Lifestyle, and today we're talking about microcurrent. So you may have seen the NuFACE in many of my other Live Young Lifestyle videos, my top 10 anti-aging gadgets. So I'll make sure that I have the links down there below. Make sure you click. And if you like what I do, please click the thumbs up, please click subscribe and hit that little alarm button so that you know when a new video drops. But first, for those viewers who have maybe never tried a microcurrent device, let's just start with what is microcurrent. Microcurrent devices use two probes to allow electricity to penetrate through the skin and stimulate the skin on a cellular level. It stimulates ATP to energize the entire cell. I know it sounds shocking, but it's entirely pain-free and zero downtime. So what does that do? It basically, when the currents go from one probe to another, it kickstarts the production of collagen. And using this natural current that your body already has, it helps to re-educate the muscle, it lifts the skin, it evens out skin tone, diminishes fine lines, it even helps reduce acne. Listen, these are all great machines. I've used the NuFACE Trinity, actually only these two different attachments on the NuFACE Trinity for 10 years. The red light therapy I don't think is really strong enough, but I have used this for 10 years with great results. But I kept hearing about this Myolift Mini, which is really kind of a professional device that is now available to the public. And so I called the company, I said, please send me one, I want to test it out. So they sent me the Myolift Mini for free. They also sent me the Myolift QT along with these face masks. But listen, I receive a lot of different products to test out that never see the light of day. But this one blew me away. And I'm going to tell you why. So the Myolift Mini uses two probes and two different modalities. And the reason why it's able to do this is because you can push things together, you can push your skin together, and you can pull it apart. So on the erase mode, you can literally lengthen the muscle by pulling it apart. And then by the educate mode, you're pushing the muscle together. You're squeezing and holding, which is getting into the meat of the muscle to retrain that muscle and lift it up. So very, very great technology. Again, you're lengthening or you're shortening and lifting. So it's pretty amazing. It's very different than these other ones like the NuFACE that is just, you're just pushing it against the skin. So you're not really pinching into the muscle. The results for these kind of devices are just not as strong. I've never seen something as strong as this. So I'm going to do a little demo of the Myolift Mini just on those two modalities so you can see the difference between the erase mode and the educate mode. There's much better demonstrations on YouTube for people that are certified in this machine. I'm not certified in this machine. I've just been messing around with it for a couple months, but you will want to follow those directions. So I'm just going to show you briefly those two different modalities, which is why I absolutely love this. So you start with a clean face. I know people are gonna say, you have makeup on. I don't have any makeup on. My face is completely clean. I'll even show you. There's nothing on my face except for a little bit of lip gloss. It comes with this conductive gel by 7E Wellness called Restore, and all true microcurrents need a conductive gel. I'm gonna show you two different places that I love to use the erase. Actually three, let's do three. So I'm turning the machine on and we're going to do the erase mode. So I'm gonna do a level 2 erase because go big or go home, but a level 2 erase, and you'll have a time here. Now with the erase mode, because this has two different probes, you can pull away. So you know when you have those 11s, what they call like the 11s in here where I normally get Botox, you can pull away from here and lengthen that muscle. So you would just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you could do that all the way up and down your forehead, but I want to show you what you would do for the eye. So let me see which way is going to be better for you to see on camera. Maybe this way? Yeah, this will be good. Okay, so crow's feet. Oh, I'm 53, so it's happening, folks. But you can pull them away and lengthen that muscle to ease those fine lines. So sometimes you want to lift up, right? Like your cheeks, and sometimes you want to lengthen. So you'll start by the corner of your eye and you'll pull 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm looking down at the Myolift Mini because there's a conductivity line right here. So you see how now it's blinking? I don't know if you can see that, but you see how it's blinking now? It means that there's no conductivity. When I'm actually connected and it's conducting the energy in the probes, that line is solid. So I know exactly if I'm getting a good treatment or not. And that's very different than the NuFACE. You don't know if you're getting a good treatment. And then not only that, when you use the NuFACE, there's no way to pull that apart. You can only go up. So you can only lift with this. You can't separate. You can't separate in the 11s or anything. It's just going to lift. I find that that's a game changer because there's a lot of people that don't want to do Botox. Now, I'm not one of those people. I'm going to be a Botox person probably for the rest of my life. But I like all of this stuff as well to be able to soften. And even in the neck, you can soften those horizontal lines, and it's just to a count of 3. So you're bringing the probes together, you're bringing them apart. 1, 2, 3. And you can literally see the lines in the neck soften. But when you're in the educate mode, now what you're doing is you're really getting into the meat of the muscle. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more. I'm always struggling with my jowls, so I'm gonna do my jowls, and I'll let you see how I do that on the educate mode. Again, I'm putting a little bit of the conductivity gel, and then you start here. Now I'm on educate, so I look down. I want to make sure I'm on run, and I look down to see if I have conductivity, and it's a solid line. So I'm keeping it right along my jaw, and I'm just squeeze the muscle, and it's getting into the meat of the muscle. Well, I can't really talk like that, can I? It's getting into the meat of the muscle. So it's really hard to do that with the other type of microcurrent devices. Now, some people might find it a little bit difficult to use this at first. I assure you, you get really used to it, and it actually becomes quite easy. If for some reason this tube probe system, you don't like it or it doesn't work for you, they also have the Myolift QT, which I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. And the reason why I like it is, again, because you can tell when you have conductivity. And the way that you do it with this one is through the app. It's an app that connects with your Myolift QT. I'm gonna go to, let's say, a jowl, because that's always my thing. So a quick gel treatment. Turn your device, it says turn your device on. So I turn my device on. And then it connects with it, and it'll say start tutorial or go back 15 minutes. Do I want it low or high? And then we start. And it'll literally show me how I'm supposed to do it.
Let's begin the jowl lift treatment. Do each move 3 times and hold at the end of each move for 4 seconds.
So you would do this until it tells you to stop.
Switch
to the opposite side. It's so easy to follow along. But the whole time that you're doing this, it also shows that you have conductivity. I don't know, I think that that's pretty amazing. Like, it's the whole time I've been using the NuFACE, I never knew, like, is it working, is it not? Sometimes I would get those little zaps of like electricity, like in, when I got next to my hairline. And I've learned that those aren't exactly great to have. It means that the conductivity is a little bit off. It's not supposed to hurt at all. Let me just wipe my face down. It doesn't hurt at all. And if it does hurt, if you get those little zaps, you know that you've got the machine on a little bit too high, or you need a little bit more conductive gel. So all three devices, the NuFACE Trinity, even the NuFACE Original, the Myolift Mini, and the Myolift QT, all have an adjustable range. So you can power it down from 175 to 400 microamps. So that's adjustable, but the difference is you can tell if you have conductivity with these two Myolift devices. Now I want to show you one more thing that is like so good, I can't even believe it. And I think that this might be a little bit of the future of microcurrent. This device, the Myolift QT, has an attachment that allows you to attach it to face masks and eye masks and forehead masks. So you take the machine, you attach it to the face mask. So I can feel a little bit of electrical current. It doesn't hurt, but I just know it's working, and I can tell that I have conductivity here. Now, if I know that you can get a splitter, I'll make sure that in the description below I have a link that will get you the splitter so that you can use two things at once. But you could connect this and use the lip mask at the same time as the eye mask. It's really quite incredible. And it's nice to know that I know it's working, I know how much time I have. It's just such a plus. You'll have to excuse my skin, it's getting a little bit pink, but that's just because I'm taking things on and off and sticking things on and off. It doesn't hurt at all. So you can then attach this to the forehead. I love this one. So if you're one of those that gets like the furrowed kind of wrinkles on your forehead or the number 11s, you find the one that says forehead, you start it, you can choose low intensity or high. I always choose high. So now you see I have the conductivity, there's a green marker here. And I can feel it. It just feels a little bit tingly, doesn't hurt, but you know that it's working. Come on, that's brilliant. Now the one attachment I have not tried, which is gonna probably be in a whole other video because I'm so excited about it, is Conductive Gloves. So instead of attaching to the masks, this attaches to two conductive gloves. So just like the Myolift Mini, you can use the erase just with your hands by pulling apart and pulling apart and lengthening that muscle. And then you can use an educate mode by pushing together. So you would take your fingers and it would act just like one of these probes and you'd push it up. So I think I need to do a whole other video on that because I'm gonna be doing that to my whole body. I'm just so excited about that. So the gel is a little bit gunky. So you're gonna wanna like wash your face with a wash rag afterwards because it does kind of gunk on there. So I just wanted to answer a couple of questions. Yes, you need a conductive gel. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that these companies sell. The one that 7E Wellness sells, I really love. This is a 7E Restore. They also have it in this conductive TX gel. I love these. I know that the NuFACE also has a conductive gel that they want you to buy. You don't necessarily have to buy that. You can go on Amazon and get an ultrasound gel, which is gonna be much cheaper. You can also use like a hyaluronic acid because this is water-based. It's not oil-based. You need a water-based conductive, but you can put a little bit of salt in this and it actually makes it conduct a little bit better. So I'll have like a recipe and some other conductive gel alternatives in the description below. So don't think that you have to necessarily continue to buy the conductive gel that the company offers. There are alternatives. What about Botox? What about fillers? You know, I have been doing Botox for, I don't even know how long, 20 years? Let's say I'm 53. Yeah, maybe 20 years. And I have no filler in my face. I think by now you guys know my stance on fillers. I don't really think that they're good. But if you are somebody who does Botox and you are somebody who does filler, you want to wait at least 2 weeks before doing any of these kind of treatments. That said, yes, you absolutely can do these kind of devices if you have Botox and you have filler. So another question people might ask is, can you do microcurrent devices with other treatments such as radiofrequency, microneedling, red light therapy? Yes, welcome to my life. I know people are also going to ask, well, how often can you do them? I've been doing this every day and for for like a couple months. So I know that that's probably not the thing that's recommended, but again, I was doing a deep dive into these devices. What is recommended is that like every other day, you do them until you have trained your muscles to a certain point, and then you can do once a week. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like you wouldn't go to the gym once a month and think like, oh, you're fit, right? This is your skin and you're getting into that muscle and lifting it up and stimulating collagen and elastin. So you wanna make sure that you're doing it enough in a consistent way where your results can be cumulative. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about with these devices, because I did in my experiments do the NuFACE for every day for a week straight and saw at the end of the week what were the cumulative results. How did one treatment build on the other? This machine, the Myolift Mini, it was like, there was absolutely no comparison. I can tell a difference in the way that this machine had cumulative results. In other words, it just kept building and building and building. So that's pretty good. So the main difference between the Myolift Mini and the Myolift QT, in my opinion, the Myolift Mini is a much better device. It's a little hard to get used to, but you will get used to it. And the reason why I like it better is because it has both the erase mode where you can lengthen the muscle because of the two different probes, and it's got the educate mode. The Myolift QT, when you do it at a lower level, it's supposed to erase, but I don't think anything really takes the place of physically smoothing those lines out. So just to recap, the NuFACE works. I'm a testament to that. I've been using it for over a decade. It works, it's easy to use. The problem I find with it is it sometimes zaps, but also you can't really tell if you're getting good conductivity or not. With these other two, the Myolift QT is app-based, so you can look at it on your smartphone and know if you're getting conductivity, and it's easy to use because it gives you step-by-step treatments for every area that you're trying to treat, including with the use of the masks. The Myolift Mini, on the other hand, is like a professional-grade device that delivers the microamps with a pinch and hold technique. It's very, very effective. Both devices allow you to easily track the conductivity. One right on the screen with the Myolift Mini, and one through the app with the Myolift QT. Look in the description below. There'll be the prices along with the links for the products. If there's a code, you get a small discount. If as a subscriber you find a cheaper price, if you find one of these devices on sale, please put it in the comment section so that everybody gets to benefit from that. So if you haven't tried out one of these microcurrent devices and you're looking to invest in one, I'm super excited for you because your skin is going to change. The results are shocking, no pun intended. So there you have it. The Myolift Mini is hands down or face up the winner of this microcurrent device challenge that I had going on, although I still have to test out the Conductive Gloves, so stay tuned for that. All links to the products are in the description below. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Improving your skin on a cellular level in the comfort of your own home with microcurrent, that's a really good way to live young.